Hi everybody, welcome to the Planet 46 Comic Show. I'm Matt Price, this is Kyle Roberts. Kyle, what's up this week?
We've got a Captain America 2 announcement, Avengers Scene for you guys, and the 2012 Eisner Award nominations are here. All that and more this week on the Planet 46 Comic Show. All right, first up, Captain America #2 is officially announced. It's the thing. It's going to happen.
Exactly. The film is set for April 4th, 2014, according to Disney. They say the Marvel Studios sequel to the blockbuster Captain America, The First Avenger, will pick up where the highly anticipated Marvel's The Avengers leaves off, as Steve Rogers continues his affiliation with Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. and struggles to embrace his role in the modern world. Chris Evans was cast as Captain America in a deal for 3 films in addition to The Avengers. Will reprise his role as Steve Rogers, with Samuel L. Jackson appearing as Nick Fury. So
Very
that's cool.
Exciting, yeah. That leads us to our question of the day. Who should be the villain in Captain America #2?
A lot of choices. We had the Red Skull in #1, of course. I wouldn't mind seeing Crossbones, sort of the Red Skull's modern henchman, or
cool.
the Serpent Society, or AIM.
Yeah, Thanos. I mean, that's a pretty big villain, maybe for an Avengers movie. But,
yeah, he's a big villain. He could be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet. And then next up we have an Avengers clip from the movie with Black Widow and the beautiful Scarlett Johansson.
That's right. This is she gets called in from a mission by Agent Coulson, played by Clark Gregg, in a clip they've just released from The Avengers, directed by Joss Whedon. And of course, Marvel's The Avengers will be released in theaters and in IMAX on May the 4th. So this is pretty cool stuff that Kyle's not watching because he's trying to remain completely spoiler-free for the movie. So he's looking away from the monitor right now. But
I don't mind watching trailers, but I don't necessarily like watching full scenes from movies.
But this is a really cool scene.
I can tell it's action-packed. There's a lot of motion going on.
There's a lot happening. Scarlett Johansson looks really cool. If you're worried how they were going to use her in this film, this looks really sweet. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, next up, Eisner nominations are announced.
That's right. Marvel Comics' Daredevil leads all nominees for the prestigious Eisner Awards.
And if people don't know what that means, what are the Eisner Awards?
Well, they honor the best in the comics industry. They're given out at Comic-Con International. They are the Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards, named after famed creator of the Spirit, Will Eisner.
Sweet.
Given each year during that show. And so Mark Waid's Daredevil, which came out starting last year, had the most nominations. It had 6. And then Archaea had the second most nominated project, Jim Henson's Tale of Sand, based on a screenplay he wrote before he died. So DC and Marvel each tied for the most nominations with 11, plus 2 shared nominations.
Cool. You know what? Let's get into the review file.
Very cool.
First up, we got Avengers vs. X-Men #1. This is a huge launch for Marvel.
That's right. Brian Michael Bendis and John Romita Jr. are taking this issue. Of course, the issues are going to circulate between various writers and artists. And this is the full kickoff to Avengers vs. X-Men following last week's Zero issue. The Phoenix Force is heading towards Earth. The X-Men want to protect Hope, who the Phoenix Force may be on the way to possess, while the Avengers are afraid the Unleashed Force could lay waste to the Earth. It's a pretty straightforward issue as the lines are drawn between Captain America and Cyclops. Great colors, nice art, good scene with Wolverine. It's worth the price of admission, and even if you aren't completely blown away by just this first issue, there's quite a bit more to come as the series continues.
Sweet. And then next up, we got Supreme #63. This is the finale of the series, right?
It's the finale and the beginning. Of course, Alan Moore wrote the series for a long time, and this is the first issue in the Extreme relaunch. Moore had written a series exploring alternate realities and superhero tropes for Rob Liefeld's Supreme in the 1990s and 2000s. This final script was never illustrated, so Eric Larson comes in and finishes off Alan Moore's run in a nice issue that surprisingly works as a good farewell and a good introduction. Larson will take over as the writer and artist of Supreme as of next month.
Sweet. And then finally we have Hell Yeah #2.
This is Joe Keating, Andrei Simankiewicz. There's a lot going on here, so be prepared to read this issue a couple of times and maybe even reread the first one. At the end of the first issue, Ben Day's school blew up. 3 women stepped into Ben's universe. We discover every other version of Benjamin Day in the multiverse is being murdered. And Ben, the son of the world's first superhero, has to trust these women in hopes of surviving.
Good luck, Ben.
The leader of the group is a girlfriend of a murdered Ben from an alternate dimension. So Keating here is throwing out wild ideas that celebrate comics potential, all while being ably complemented by artist Andrei Simankiewicz. And if you remember the feeling of picking up a comic when you were a kid where you didn't have all the previous issues and you're dropped into this strange, unsettling world, this is the comic for you.
Cool. What's your pick out of 3?
I'm going with Hell Yeah #2 as my pick. Yeah,
I'm surprised. Avengers vs. X-Men.
It's a big issue. It's a big event. I'm going to be following it all the way through, and I'd recommend you buy it, but I'm just giving a little push to the book from Image that I think is a little bit different, a little off the beaten path.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right, so hey, come back next week. We'll have more comic book and movie news. For Kyle Roberts, I'm Matt Price. Thanks for watching.